Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another class. Today we're going to talk about the simple present, but this is part 2. All right, so pay attention, please. Let's see, boys and girls. Let's make a small review of what we saw the first part. So we know that we use the simple present tense when we are writing about something that is repeated, or is always true, or is happening in a future time. Examples of repeated is Eva wakes up 7:30 every morning. I walk to school. I ride my bike every weekend. That is something that repeats. An example for something that is always true or generally true. The sun sets in the west. I speak English, or they live in a city. Yes. Todos estos son hechos. Happening in the future time. The bus leaves at 9 o'clock, which can be used for timetables, or the film starts at 3:30, which can be used for a scheduled event. All right, let's continue. Now, the rules for negative form. Notice that I put negative form. That means we're going to be talking about the negative form of the simple present today. Now, as in other tenses and other vocabulary, we tend to use the verb to be, ser o estar. In this case, we're going to see it in its negative form, no soy o no estoy. So for example, I, what is the negative form of I in simple present? I am not. You are not. He, she, or it, we use is not. Okay? We are not, and you, they, and we are not. All right? Do you notice anything about the verb? Yes, that the only one that is different is when we use the third person. He, she, or it is not. Okay. Let's see. Now, can you match the correct form of the verb to run to each pronoun? But this time we're looking at a verb, and we're going to put it in negative. So how would we do that in present? I don't run. We add the auxiliary don't, or we just add the not. You don't run. He, she, or it doesn't. Notice that usually every time in third person, we add an S, all right? So here, doesn't run, and the verb does not change. We, you, they don't run. Yes, did you notice anything? Yes, that he, she, it, we add an S, like in almost every other tense, or whether it's affirmative, negative, or question. Speaking of questions, guys, now we're going to talk about the rules of interrogative. Yes? When we are making a question, yes, a yes or no question in this case, the first thing that goes in the sentence is the auxiliary. So for I, we use do. Do I sing? Do I sing? The only thing I did was add the do in front, and now it's a question. Imagine there is a question mark here. Okay, what about you? Do you sing? And he, she, or it. Yes, you already know, boys and girls, that we change it. But it's not going to be dos, do-os. No, it's going to be do-o-es. Does he, she, or it sing? Remember, question mark right here. Next, do we, do you, do they sing? All right, did you notice anything? Yes, that in the auxiliary does, or here in third person, sorry, we change the auxiliary to does. We're just adding the S. All right, guys, let's continue. So here we already know that each pronoun has its specific auxiliary. I, you, we use the do. He, she, it, we use does. We, you, they, we use do. But how do we answer it? So if I ask you, do you sing or do I sing? You answer with yes, I do, yes, you do, or no, you don't. Yes, depending on who you're talking about, right? Or if I ask, does he, she, or it sing? Ellos cantan. You can answer yes, he, she, it does, or no, he, she, it doesn't, right? Depending on who you are talking about. All right. The same for we, you, they. Do we, you, they sing? Ellos cantan, nosotros cantan. Yes, we, you, or they do. Or no, we, you, they don't. Excellent. So it's not so difficult. I hope it's not difficult for you as either. All right. So what did we learn? I, you, we, they. In negative, we use the auxiliary don't. In interrogative, we use do. Third person singular, he, she, it. In negative, we use the auxiliary doesn't. And interrogative, we use does.